Hey guys, thought I'd show you a Skate 3 tutorial on how to do the first person camera as seen in my previous Skate 3 videos. I'll just roll the clip real quick so you can see what we're going to make into first person. It's just a hard flip tail down like a hover. So, yep, let's start by deleting all these keyframes because these are just what we're going to be setting. So I'm just going to delete these. Oops. Alright, so now we just have it, well, nothing at the moment. So you want to go to the very beginning. It works on Xbox as well, it's not only PS3. And you want to choose the advanced FreeCam, which also works on Skate 2, because that has advanced FreeCam. I don't think Skate 1 came out with a FreeCam in the end, but that's what you need for now. So choose that, and that's at the very beginning. Obviously you choose the size of your clip. And let me just put this in position so you can see my player. One thing I should point out is, see how my player pushes, then crouches? If you can, try and make it... Let me just delete that clip. There we go. Alright, if you... Oh god, I can't wait. Wait until these guys have stopped signing in so I can see. Right, there we go. Okay. So, you want to put it so once your skate is crouched, that's... It's not very long there, the clip, but you're better off making it, because the less your player's head moves, then the better it is the easier it is for your camera to move. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's hard to explain. So basically, try and get... It's very sensitive, by the way, so be careful with the thumbstick, because they really need to do an update or something to make it easier to move. So just place the camera inside the head, and try and get it so the shoulders and that aren't out. And if you do skate in real life, you won't actually realise how little you look down at your board. Exception of setting up and actually performing the trick, you don't really look at your board, you more look at the obstacle. But in games, it seems to be more interesting just to stare at the board. So, just place one there, and then go along until you can set the next keyframe. And notice how far the player actually moved just in that small time. This is where problems just arise. So, what I'm going to do is rough out the keyframes first, even though it's going to look nothing good at first. Unless you're very lucky, then you might get a good clip. Because some clips, you just place the keyframes and it works. It's fantastic, very easy. But most clips... Where's the head there? I can't find it. Most clips, you have to keep redoing it over and over again till you get the... Otherwise, like, the camera just goes through the player like it just did there. And the one problem is, the reason I rough out the clip first is because a lot of the time, like, for example, let me just place this one real quick. Alright, for example, if I run through now, you see how that head goes through there? If I place another few clips, that'll disappear. Because the way the camera works on this game is it interpolates between the position and rotation and the zoom as well. I think it does zoom, I'm not sure, it might do. I never use zoom. It interpolates between 2 points, you know, 2 keyframes. So that's why the camera, let's place this one, I'll show you. That's why the camera moves smoothly between keyframes and doesn't actually, you know, jump between the positions. So the keyframes ahead will actually affect the position of the keyframes behind because of the way it interpolates between them. So keep that in mind when you're setting the keyframes. And once I go off here, I like to just actually make the player look forward. And if I can get another keyframe in there. Okay, it's not going to let me, so we'll have to deal with cutting that clip off there. So I'm just going to go through real quick and see what it's like. So got 1 problem there, 2 problem, 3, about 3 or 4 problems there. So the first one seems to be right in between the first and second keyframe. So I'm just going to move that down a little bit, see if it's still, yep, so let's see where this is. Alright, that's Y, so it's to the side of the head a little bit. Let's move it down. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly in the head, like right here, if I zoom out, it's probably not, yeah, I'm in front of the head. But it still looks relatively okay, and that's got rid of the first problem. So there's the first one. Second one was just during the end of the grind, which was right here, so that's in between these two, so it's going to move that down a little bit and see if that... Right, that cut it out quite a bit, so I'll move it down a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. And this one's in between these 2 clips. So where's the camera here? I'm going to try and move it out a little bit. Maybe, let's see. I know there's a problem there, but I'll see if I can get that. Oops, that's the same keyframe. So where's the player's head? Here. Alright, that was a good clip, that one. So it's not that one. Alright, it was this one and the previous one, wasn't it? If you have to, make it so the player's not even looking in the direction you want them to, just to get that one keyframe fixed. So let's see. See, this is why these clips can take so long to do. I mean, some clips take a matter of, what, a minute so? Some clips take like, you know, a very long time, like half an hour to do. So it all depends on, you know, what kind of clip you've got. Oops. So it's just that one bit we need to figure out now. Let's move that down a little bit. You're getting there. So there's a little bit there we need to sort out. Just move it back a little bit maybe. And move it down again. And alright, it's in between these two. If you do end up not making it work at all, let's just delete that clip. Put another key for actually see what that plays out like. Alright, so it's so let's just move this one all together. Just created a new one there, by the way. I'm going to move this one slightly further out than where the head is, just like here. But if you play it, there's another one there. Alright, so it's when it's going down that's the problem. So if we put that further down, which generally playing it fast you don't really notice that it went down, so that's nearly getting there. So actually need to make, oops, wrong one. That one there needs to be pretty much straight down. Then we pull the camera back up to forward. So is that nearly there now? Let's watch it through. It's just there at the end we got that problem there. So that generally solves by just, let's find which one it is, rotating the camera a little bit. Alright, still doing it. If it still does it, then you just, alright, so we just move the camera slightly, if I can get it, there we go, slightly out. And if you get small ones like that in the corner, don't worry about them that much, unless you're doing slow motion, because you generally can't see it. Is there another one there? If you get one on the chest, that you generally have to fix that, but let's try and push that a little bit further forward. If I can get it any further forward, keep going a little bit more. Don't even say it. Alright, apart from the shoulder, that looks good, so let's just watch that through. And remember, at the end, it's actually going to go off there. So what I'd normally do is, I'd start the recorder, wait 2 seconds, play the clip through like that, and then wait until it's fully finished, then stop the recording, and in the editing program, I'd stop the actual playthrough right here. So let's just watch that. Alright, so that was a relatively okay first person. That took about 6 minutes, 7 minutes or so. As you can see, it does actually take quite a lot of time, and this clip wasn't too bad to edit. There was only a few glitches, but things like rails really cause problems, because especially kinked rails, that's the main thing, because the player's head moves on such a big scale that it's really hard to control the camera. And that brings up transitions. Doing this on transitions is very rare, because if you choose a transition that's very mellow and takes a long time to get up the transition, like more like a curved kicker style than a quarter pipe, then it's doable, but it normally has glitches. But if you go on a quarter pipe, half pipe, whatever, the transition is so steep that your player's head moves too fast to keep up with the keyframes, so you have a lot of trouble, if at all, able to do it. So one more playthrough and that's it. That's a hard flip, tail to there, and then I'd stop the clip there, and that's it. So hitting 10 minutes now, so thanks for watching. I'd love some feedback. If you want any other tutorials or want me to go back over this in more depth on a bigger clip, then I will gladly, and thanks for watching, thumbs up and stuff like that, and yeah, bye.